Now, there are folks on the other side of this issue in varying degrees. There are those in the conservation community who don't want to see any commercial or industrial activity on federal forest lands. And those are the folks, I think, primarily that you see in the trees and protesting and so on, which they have a right to do within certain limits. Recent history would indicate that there are those who are willing to go beyond civil disobedience to disrupt whatever the activity is focused on. We've had those situations occur here in the county, as you know, and people that have ended up in federal prison because of it. Douglas County clearly is the timber capital of the United States when you look at the amount of mills that are working, the amount of people employed in the timber industry, the impact on our community. So I think it's natural that will draw the attention of those folks who have differing views about how to manage our federal forest lands. It is a concern, and a growing concern. I think nationally there is certainly an uncomfortable, seems to be growing division within our country about, as you mentioned, the heavy hand of government and people's resistance to that, more regulations, more control, and there is a natural resistance to that, and we certainly see it. We certainly see it here. Fortunately, it hasn't erupted into anything significant, but as I said, incidents that you see from afar and you analyze, could that happen here? Could it? Sure. We simply can't be in a situation where an industry or the activity that we're seeing in White Castle can be paralyzed simply by people standing in the middle of the road. It was clear to me that wasn't going to pass, and I think Wayne was trying to make a statement that we need to seriously look at a way to get something on the books that gives some level of protection to the legal authority and rights that whether they're contractual or whatever they are with different companies to operate. I think it was symbolic, but it did raise a question that we it's serious, and it certainly needs further examination. Whether Class C felony is appropriate or not, I don't know, but it's serious enough that, as you said, it passed the House, and there'll be other activity around that as things like White Castle and others develop.